Today ain't nothing but a clap back. We have Spencer Pratt clapping back at the Heidi Montag wig haters. If you're wigging out, get ready because Spencer Pratt is gonna smash you down. We have Meghan Markle, who's been iced out of her lovely community in Montecito. We have new court filings in the Blake Lively lawsuit saga. Lots to get into. Todd and Julie, they are free, and we're gonna get into all of it today. Let's go. You're listening to No Filter with Zack Peter, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, served fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in. What's up, guys? Welcome on in, welcome on in, welcome on in, everybody in the club. Let's get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, and throw them hips, girl. Bump, 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 bump. Let's get it, get it, get it. Let's get it, get it, get it. Yay, first live welcome yoga teachings by M. Let's do yoga in the bed, me hard, in the head, ass open. Sorry, trying to not. YouTube doesn't let you curse in the first few minutes or else you get like in trouble. So I'm going to not do that. But there's a song, it's by Brooke Candy, and it's called Yoga. And it says, let's do yoga in the bed. Do it deep in my head. Something open, something spread. Boy, just do what I said. Let's do yoga in the bed. In the head. Spread. Boy, just do what I said. Uh-oh. Rumors Dakota got Taylor's mom's best friend pregnant. No way. That's crazy. I did hear that Jen and Zack were on the Vile Files podcast for everyone that keeps up with the mom talk drama and the secret lives of Mormon wives. Yeah. Yoga M says she's gonna listen to this afterwards and she's gonna play it for a class. Yeah, it's naughty, but it's like a ooh, you know. But so yeah, I haven't listened. I don't listen to the Vile Files, to be honest with you. I don't know how many people do, but he gets a lot of good interviews and good for Nick Viall. And he had Jen and Zack on the podcast and good for them, and they gave their side of the story. So I don't know. Everyone just is Jen a liar? Everyone seems to like be very anti Jen Affleck, and I'm just like, and they're just like, well, she said that she was related to Ben Affleck, and I was like, well, I mean, but yeah, I believe her story where she's like, yeah, I came into this family, Zach's family, Zach Affleck, and they said that they were related to Ben Affleck, so I thought it was a funny anecdote, and when we filmed the show, I shared it on the show. Like, I don't think she thought that deeply into it. I think she was like, "Yeah," like, it and and everyone's like, "She lied," and even Zach, I thought that was lame of him to throw her under the bus on TV and be like, "My family never said that, and you know that that was just a joke, Jen, and you know that we never were serious about being related to Ben Affleck." And I was like, we all have that one uncle or the stupid cousin who's like, yeah, I used to date so and so, I went to school with so and so, or I saw so and so doing something in the club in the back in the day. They all have a story about a celebrity and they run with that story, and maybe the story isn't fully true, but I just think Zach was trying to protect his family, and in trying to protect his family, he was throwing his wife under the bus. And I think she genuinely was told the story, and I think she believed it. But I also think she didn't realize Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was going to blow up the way that it did, and all the internet sleuths were going to be like, let's look into this and let's see if it actually, if it actually checks out that they're related to Ben Affleck. And then, and I don't think she ever thought that reporters were going to dig into their genealogy and their family history to prove publicly that they're not related to Ben Affleck. I just think she was told a funny story and she ran with it, and whatever. It's not that deep. And I was like, she's a liar. I'm like, you know what, Barbara, let's put you to the test. Okay. Let's see how many times you've been honest. And then Barbara's going to be like, well, I've never been on reality TV before. And now I'm in a fake fight with Barbara. And I don't know. Never mind. Oh my goodness. Man, oh man, oh man. Mamma mia. Demi, okay, this is a good point. Josie says Demi was just trying to shut her out. Demi is being a Blake Lively. Well, this is what Demi and Jesse, and I like Jesse, but this is what Demi and Jesse did to Whitney last season. They were trying to ice Whitney out of the show on season 1. And then Demi thought that she could do the same thing because she thought she was a fan favorite and her head got too big. And so I think they were trying to do the same thing again this season, but I think she knew that Jen had dirt from Vanderpump Villa on her, so to discredit her, it was a very, like, reality TV, like, chess player move, like, it's at least Lisa Vanderpump type of move, right? Let's go into the season, and let's make sure that we discredit Jen early on, so that should she ever wanna bring up the dirt against us, then nobody's gonna believe her because they're gonna think she's a liar. And guess what? Everybody already has it planted in their brain that Jen is a liar because, oh yeah, she said she was related to Ben Affleck. So it was quite the chess play. But I've been watching reality TV for way too long that I know Demi is the self producer. I know Demi, Demi. Sorry, it's not Demi, it's Demi because her name is Demetria. But I don't know. I don't believe Demi and Brett. I just think they have skeletons in their closet. I think they have a lot to hide. I don't trust them. I no, I don't trust them. But I think everybody needs to lay off Jen Affleck. She's a sweet girl. I think she's a little naive, but I don't think she's a diabolical liar. Now, when it came to, I think she's just one of those girls, very similar to Layla, but I think maybe like smarter than Layla. But she's one of those girls that, like, will tell you, like, if you're going through some stuff in your relationship and your friends are all around you and they're trying to console you and they're like, "It's okay." I think you're gonna be like, "Yeah, and can you believe this? And I did this." Like, how many times have you been in a fight with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or whatever, and then you add a little sauce to the story to make them sound worse? You've all done it. You've all gone to your friends and you sauce up the story to be like, yeah, and and he doesn't even clip his toenails. You add on a whole bunch of other stuff that doesn't need to be added on, but you pile on. And again, I don't think any of them realized how big the show was going to get or how much it was going to blow up, and so I don't think they thought that deeply, and they'd never been on a reality show before. You know, my opinion, Mormon wives will be short lived. They will be the cause of their own demise. I hope not, because it's a good show. But a lot of shows that come out this hot, they fizzle out over time, right? They have their height and their popularity, which, by the way, speaking of shows, did you guys see the rumored cast for House of Villains? There's the rumored cast for what do you call it? What's the other one? Um Traders, but I don't know if that one's, like, real or not. But so here is the cast. So Peacock just announced the cast for season 3 of House of Villains. Tiffany Pollard, which great. I love Tiffany. I think she's great, but we had her all of season 1 and then we had her all of season 2. So why we have her back for a season 3? I don't know. I do like Tiffany. I do enjoy her on the show. I can't say I love or hate that she's back. It just kind of feels like we've done this quite a bit. So, um Tiffany Pollard, okay, Tyson from Survivor. Okay, he's the guy with is he a redhead? Is he blonde? He has a red beard. Probably a fire crotch. Plain Jane. I don't know who Plain Jane is, but everybody kept saying Heidi Montag looked like Plain Jane when she had that bibbity bobbity wig. Johnny from Love Island, USA. Don't know him. Ashley from The Challenge. Don't know her, but I don't really like her lips. Like, they just look very villainous, and you can tell just by this photo, she has a lot of Botox in her forehead because her eyebrows are a little droopy, so you can just tell when there's a lot of injectables going on in the face, can't trust him. We have Paul from Big Brother. People seem really excited about Paul from Big Brother with the big beard. We have Kate Chastain from Below Deck. That's a good one. She was great on Traders. Um, Great. Tom Sandoval on House of Villains. I'm very excited for it. Tom is great reality TV, and especially being off of Vanderpump Rules, and we get like this like really weird Tom Sandoval. He's great. Christine Quinn from Selling Sunset. She's finally doing these shows, and I think Christine Quinn is great. We have Jackie from Basketball Wives. I never watched Basketball Wives, but people seem excited that she's there. And then we have Drita from Mob Wives. Get up, Karen. Oh, Drita is going to tear it up. Drita is the ultimate villain. I need to see Drita and Tiffany Pollard going at it. That is going to, like, I have a feeling Drita's not gonna like Ashley just looking at her face, right? Like the injectables, like the lips. I have a feeling Drita and Ashley are not gonna get along. I have a feeling Kate Chastain's gonna kind of like stir the pot a bit. Plain Jane might get into it with Drita too. And Drita's gonna be like, I'm gonna punch you in your fake pussy. Drita's just I don't know. I have a feeling that Drita's she's gonna come in savage. She always is. She was always ready to throw hands with Karen. Just the get up, Karen. Remember at the final sit down? She just walked in, threw her purse down, took her down. Get up, Karen. She went boom. She went right for her. And then they were like, "We weren't supposed to throw hands. We promised we weren't gonna throw hands." Yeah, Drita may be a real life villain. Well, they're all real life villains. I thought Sandy Balls was already on House of Villains. No, he was on Traitors. Traitors and Special Forces, now House of Villains. So yeah, Christine Quinn, also great reality star. So from the ones that I do know, Christine, Kate, Tom, Drita, Tiffany, and I feel like I've seen Tyson somewhere. Maybe, I don't know. It's gonna be a good season. Like, this is the ultimate cast. This is the best cast they could get. Season 2 had a lot of, like, eh. We thought that it was gonna be good because they had Larsa and Teresa. Larsa was a good villain. Teresa was not. Teresa Giudice was terrible on the show. She was just too nice and just boring. Even Tiffany tried to spice things up and get her to activate, and no, she just didn't. She didn't get that Holy Spirit activate. Um, okay. Sorry, that was my reality TV rant. I also watched The Valley while we're on the train of reality TV. I caught up on The Valley. I don't like any of them. Like I like Danny and Nia, but Nia's just like she's a little too meek, and Danny, he's cute, right? Like he's cute. Like I'd let him fondle me, you know. I know Jasmine was like, "Oh, you don't take my relationship seriously." I'm like, "Oh my god, Jasmine, like what?" She's there. The rest of the cast, aside from Danny and Nia, are just not likable at all. Like I don't know who to root for, right? Like I guess I'm rooting for Danny and Nia because Jason is no friend. Janet, I don't know if Janet got in his head. It felt very much like Lisa Vanderpump and Ken Todd, right? Remember when he came in, she's like, Katie, did you hear? I can't believe that Tom Sandoval was in the hot tub with Raquel. Like that's what it's giving, you know? It's giving, yeah, everyone, okay, I'm glad nobody likes Jasmine. She's kind of boring and she doesn't really do it. I mean, I love Kristen, but I just don't feel like this is Kristen's strongest season yet. And Janet is just not likable, like, at all, and Jason is horrible this season because now he's just like the way he threw Danny under the bus with this whole "you have a drinking problem" storyline, and who was it, Janet, where she was like, "Yeah, we were in the pantry, and he drank from the Casamigos bottle." It's like, what, he took a swig? He took a shot in the pantry because the bottle, and he said, he's like, "Yeah, I went into the pantry and I saw a bottle of Casamigos, and so I went and I took a swig." Yeah, he was in the pantry and he took a swig. Like, what? It's I don't like this whole storyline is just dumb. You need to get Danny on the pod. Yeah, you know what? I would love to get Danny on the pod. I would actually love that. You know what? I should get Danny on the pod. I was supposed to have Jesse Lowley on the pod, and that went to Amanda Hirsch. Um, but whatever. Yeah, I would like to have Danny on the yeah, Jason, but no, I don't I can't tell if Jason is just trying to latch on to what Janet wants him to do, or if he's just kind of giddy and he's loving the reality TV and he's loving the tea of it all, you know? I can't tell if he's doing this or if Janet's putting him up to it, or but also weird that they're just like trying to find out what the rumor, what's the rumor, and then Janet comes out and she's like, "Well, I put an air tag wherever he goes." Da, da, da. I don't know. That doesn't sound like you have much trust in your relationship. Sounds like the relationship is pretty fractured at that point. If you're tracking everything that he's doing, like I don't know. But I can see Janet as that type of like controlling. I have to know everything. I'm sure Janet checks his phone. Like Janet's insufferable. I tried. I was hoping that now that she's not pregnant, that maybe we would like her better. And nope. And Jason just looks terrible this season. Jasmine and Janet are the new Ebony and Leah. They're gonna shut the show down. Yeah, and then everyone was so mad that Lala and Sheena came back, and I was like, I don't mind that Lala and Sheena and Schwartz came back. Um, I didn't mind. I liked kind of seeing a cameo crossover. They're good TV. I mean, I think editors are kind of doing Sheena dirty because she's coming around a lot, but we're not really seeing her get any scenes. Whereas Lala comes in and in the first scene, she kind of delivers. I was surprised that the audience didn't like immediately jump on Lala's side when she was ripping Jesse apart. Okay, well, that's my reality TV recap of the week with all the different reality shows. Let's move on to um Spencer Pratt, Meghan Markle, and more of the Blake Lively drama. Yay! But first, listen, I know like me, you like to go out, right? But sometimes you don't want to have that gnarly hangover the next day. That's why lately I've been reaching for Soul's out of office gummies. Yes, they're the perfect little lift to keep the good vibes going, giving that little light social buzz, and best of all, no hangover. Right? Sometimes you need a little something in the middle of the afternoon to help you get through the rest of your inbox, or something at the end of the day to make your evening more enjoyable, something to take the edge off when reading all the Blake Lively documents. That's where today's sponsor, Soul, can help. Soul is a wellness brand that believes feeling good should be fun and easy. Soul specializes in delicious hemp derived THC and CBD products designed to boost your mood and help you unwind. Their best selling out of office gummies were designed to provide a mild, relaxing buzz, boost your mood, and enhance creativity and relaxation. And if you're liking the out of office gummies like me, I know you see them on my Instagram stories and you laugh when you're like, ooh, somebody's feeling good today. You got to try their new out of office beverages. It's a refreshing, alcohol free alternative that is just perfecto for summer sipping. Plus, they have so many other amazing wellness products with or without THC, whatever floats your boat, including a variety of gummies, capsules, and they can help with sleep, stress, pain, focus, bloating, and more. Bring on the good vibes this summer and treat yourself to Soul today. Right now, Soul is offering my audience 30% off their entire order. Go to Get Soul, that's GETSOUL, getsoul.com, and use code no filter. That's getsoul.com, promo code no filter for 30% off. Okay, let's talk Spencer Pratt. So obviously, we had the disaster that was Heidi's wig when she went to the AMAs the other day. Um, Remember we had that bibbity bobbity wig that was just not serving. It was giving Bob. And so it was like I said, the outfit was giving David Bowie, but the hair was given Party City. I agree with that. And now Spencer's speaking out and he says that because everybody was like, "Ooh, this was so intentional. They were doing this just to make press. They wanted to make press and blah blah blah." I was right, okay? Because if you listen to the Pop Report this week, I said no, it was not to make press. I think they genuinely thought that this was going to be a moment, and it kind of fell flat. I think they thought they were going to do a cute, fashion, campy vibe, and ultimately, it completely missed the mark. But Spencer went on his TikTok, and he's just like, "I know some people love the wig, and some people hated the wig." And I was like, Spencer, show me who loved that wig. Show me one person that was like, yes, serve that Bob. Nobody said that. No one was like, yes, give me more Bob. They were like, bibbity bobbity boo out of here. Okay. Nope. Not feeling the Bob. It was stiff. It was big. It was just not the vibe. It looked so bad. It looked so cheap. But so Spencer came out and said, well, here's the thing, wigs are expensive. He's like, a good wig is like $20,000, which wigs are expensive. A good wig is very expensive. And so I hear Spencer on that. But like Heidi does not need to do a wig. Her hair is great. She just some extensions and she looks incredible. There's no need for her to do the wig because she doesn't need to do the wig. Her hair looks fine. Her hair looks great. Granted, they're all talking about this, but rather than like, if they wanted to really play this up, they would keep the wig beyond, like, they would still wear the wig, like, they would do things. I think they are very media savvy. I don't think that this was a planned media orchestrated thing, though. You know, I think they just thought that this was gonna be a cool vibe to rock at the AMAs because it's the American Music Awards, and that's where people come with their flashy outfits and whatnot, and this was just bad. Bad, bad, bad. Russ says, "But would we be talking about her being there if she was not wearing the wig?" No. I mean, we'd be like, "Yay, go Heidi!" But like, we're talking about it, yes. But this was not an intentional PR. This is not what Heidi Montag wants to be known for. This is not like back in the day when they were doing paparazzi pictures at the 99-cent store. Do you remember that? That was hilarious when they were like, "Look at us. We're just shopping at the 99-cent store." That was hilarious. Let me pull up those photos because it was such a vibe. They were just like, "Oh my goodness, look at we're going shopping." Oh, the E! News did a whole ooh, let's look at this. E! News did a whole thing on Spidey. Look at this is when they were at shopping at the 99-cent store. "Ooh, look at us." And they were paid to do this. This was a paid promotion. And like, listen, good for them, right? Get that coin. They were just like, "Hey, we're going shopping. We're getting rich tonight." And but like, how fake is that? They're like, "Look at us. We're at the 99-cent store. Hey." That was hilarious. But look at E! News just did a whole, I guess, featurette on their most ridiculous photo ops, over the years. They have the Easter bunny, and they're like, "Ooh, look at Happy Easter." What's this one? Taco Bell. Let's talk about it. Oh, for the Crunchwrap Supreme, they were like, "Ooh." You know what? I will say a Crunchwrap Supreme is damn good. I will give the Crunchwrap Supreme. Oh, the pumpkin. Okay, so they have done some really stupid, ridiculous shit in the past. I just really don't think that this was one of or that the Bob was one of them. Smashing Pumpkins, this was dumb. 99 Bargain Hunters. Yeah, this one was fun. Look at they're like, "Ooh, look at we have our gift cards to the 99-cent store. Yay." They've been open about their financial woes, so it's no wonder Heidi and Spencer headed to the 99-cent store in search of some deals. Wow, look at that. They're like, "Ooh, we're using our gift cards because that's what everybody wants is a gift card to the 99-cent store." This is just a Christmas tree. This one's not that bad. This is like a cute Christmas moment. Oh, this was funny when she was at the grocery store and she was like, "Ooh, I'm just holding my melons. We're just grocery shopping in my Hermes." So cute. Oh, she was crying. This one is funny. This one's hilarious. It's her sitting on the side of the of I don't know where she's sitting. She's like it's like a random chair in the middle of who knows where. Um, it says photographers caught the reality star weeping outside a recent recording studio, but Spencer dreadfully swept in to save the day. Dun dun dun. That's funny. She was just like like she's totally fake crying. These are hilarious. Then there was the Spencer was a cutie. She had a great body. This was before the plastic surgery too. Germaphobes. Remember what was it? Swine flu or bird flu? There was one of those flus that was going around, and they were out on the beach, half naked, wearing their masks. This you would think this was 2020, but this was not COVID era. Um, what is this? Gobble gobble. Thanksgiving Day spectacle. No tofurkey. These photos are so insane. What is this? The Karate Kid trick or treat. They took their kids trick or treating, and they're in like karate ninja gear. Okay. What is this? Sharpshooters. Yes, this photo shoot actually happened of them at the gun range, at the shooting range. That's hilarious. Oh my god. They have done some really ridiculous things. They have elf. They're elves for Christmas. What do they have here? What Sean Liu and Louis Vuitton. Oh my god, they're hilarious. What is this? Heidi doing karate and Spencer's like, "Whoa." How fun are these? These are some really okay, we don't need Chipotle, thank you. Alright, that's the end of it. What a fun time, guys. Love Spidey. 99-cent store, no more hours. I know, the 99-cent store is gone now. No, that wasn't COVID, that was, like, way before COVID. Um, Sharon says, "I'm not a big fan of theirs either, they just don't have any appeal to me." I like them. Her house burned down. Cut her some slack. I can't imagine how much time it takes to be camera ready all the time. Listen, Debbie, I'm camera ready every day. Ugh, they know how to work the press. Yes, but I will say there can't be. I wouldn't mind someone. Yeah, but listen, I will confidently stand by. This was not planned. This was I think they thought that they were going to have a cute like fashion moment and it just completely missed the mark with that bad wig. But I don't think that's one thing that Heidi really wants to be known for. I think she wanted to like live in her pop girl era. So he's clapping back and he's like, "Listen, go download Heidi's music, go stream it, and then we can afford a $20,000 wig." I was like, "You know what? Okay, Spencer, I hear you. I hear you. I see you. we're gonna stream Heidi Wood. Isn't it out this Friday, Heidi Wood? I'm on your TV. You bitches know me. I ain't from London, but I walk it like Naomi. Come on, Heidi, let's go dumb. Got a purse full of perks and some peppermint gum. Chilling in the hills of the Beverly One. Look at her. Look at us. We're the Beverly Ones. What's a good wig source? I don't know, City. I don't wear wigs. Ice Skater Heidi. Oh, yeah. Blades of Glory. It's Blades of Glory Heidi. Okay. That's Heidi. Meghan Markle. Oh, poor Meghan Markle, you guys. She's losing all her friends. Her friends don't um she apparently is not doing too hot in Montecito. So there was a new report that came out in page 6 that said that all of her Montecito friends, they don't like her and she's struggling to fit in there. That Harry's very charismatic and people really like him, but I guess they see her the way we see her, which is insufferable. So, um Meghan Markle's bitter neighbor, and this is from page 6. Meghan Markle's bitter neighbor claimed that she doesn't really fit in with the Montecito, California crowd, but that her husband, Prince Harry, is much more approachable. Richard Minards called Markle allegedly turning away a local elderly historian who wanted to gift her a copy of his documentary about the ritzy area when the couple first moved in. Ooh, so he called her and he's like, check out my documentary about Montecito. The man never got to pass the gate, he told the Daily Mail on Thursday, explaining that the alleged incident with the historian is an example of how Markle has become distant from her community. The local resident claimed that the Duchess of Sussex, 43, has cultivated a very controlled image. She pays attention to every appearance, every word, every gesture, and here in Montecito, we appreciate simple people, even famous ones, which is why they appreciate Prince Harry. Prince Harry is cute, right? Like, can we say that? Like, he is a cutie. Remember when he was naked in Vegas and those photos leaked? Megan doesn't play the community game. She never tried to fit in. I think she just thinks she's better than everybody. Unless you're Oprah, she doesn't want to be your friend. But I don't even think Oprah wants to be friends with her anymore. I don't think Oprah gives a damn about her. Oprah wants to forget about their bombshell Oprah interview and just move on with it. But also, this dude, what's his name? The neighbor, Richard. Why is Richard going on record with his name and talking all about Meghan Markle? Like, that doesn't make you look good in your neighborhood either, bro. Is he charismatic? I find him whiny. I think well, I don't know. We've never really gotten to see him. Megan can hang out with Blake. She needs friends too. That's a good point. I give them that. Oh yeah, everyone's saying she can befriend Blake. Blake is something else, you guys. Like truly, truly something else. Annie says, nope, Harry is definitely not cute. You guys don't think Prince Harry's cute? I think he's so cute. What? Harry cute? Never. Prince Harry. I think he's he's kind of doughy, huh? And kind of goofy. I guess now that I'm looking. No, he's kind of cute, right? Right? He has moments. Well, he's aging for sure. When he has his fro, that's kind of cute. He's definitely cuter than William, no? You gonna cancel me for saying that? I think he's cuter than William for sure. My money don't jiggle jiggle. He's kind of goofy. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of looking at photos of him and he's cute. I wouldn't say he's hot, but he's cute. You think Prince William is hot? Balding red hair with British teeth. Guys, he's cute. He looks more like his mom. Yes, I agree. Red Ginger says, I'm a ginger, he's a ginger. We're not attracted to each other. Why aren't gingers attracted to each other? You have to save the flock. You know? You have to keep the fire crotch going. Is there a fear that if we have too much friction, the fire crotches are just gonna really light up? I get it. I would be afraid too. They're hot when they had hair. Yeah, Harry is a whiny man baby. William was hot. Yeah, I feel like yeah, William used to be hot. I agree with that. He used to be a cutie. They both have money. Why don't they get the baldness taken care of? Yeah, I would agree with that. That's very easy to do, right? You get a little PRP on the scalp, you do the red light therapy, um, take some DHT blockers, do all the things. I know can I say something too? Um, I feel like, I feel like my hairline has gotten slightly, maybe not in this angle. Here, I now I'm gonna look like an idiot. But I feel like my hairline has kind of slowly crept back in with like little baby hairs that have grown here from taking Nutrafol. All the podcasters were promoting Nutrafol and they sent me a bunch of Nutrafol. They don't even promote my podcast anymore. Or sorry, they don't sponsor my podcast anymore. But I was just gonna say, I also started doing one of those face roller thingies, but not the like ice ones, but like the pricks, the spiky ones that you do and it's supposed to like stimulate things. I started doing it around here and I feel like it actually kind of works. Zach, here is perfection. Thank you. Zach, your hair is wonderful. Thank you. Whoa, what? When was he naked in Vegas? Yeah, you don't remember that? Prince. Here, let me see if I can pull up those photos because that was a good time. Prince, Harry, naked, Vegas. Yeah, remember someone like leaked? Yeah. What a time. Oh, well, I guess we can't. Yeah, he had his butt out. His whole booty was on display, each and every day, every day, every day. Blake too. Do you guys not remember her scandal? Remember Blake's scandal? Um, Here, this is an actual magazine cover, so it shouldn't get in trouble or flagged for anything. I guess he didn't really have that great of a body either. Here, I'll pull it up for you. It was all over the Sun, and TMZ published the photos. See, Harry grabs his royal jewels. You don't remember this in the Sun when it came out? Harry grabs his royal jewels. Wait, why does that not look like Harry? But yeah, that's supposedly Prince Harry. And there was a photo of his butt that TMZ published. Yeah, they were like jumping around. Jump, jump, jump around. Jump, jump, jump around. Jump, jump, jump around. That is. Oh, no, wait. This is somebody that I think read. Is that the real? No, this isn't the real one. I think this is like somebody that had imitated Harry. But there's a real. You can look it up. Just Google Prince Harry. I think that was. No, this isn't the real cover because this is somebody else. Hold on. Somebody I think parodied that and redid it. This is the real cover. Pic of Harry. The pics of Harry you've seen all over the internet. Here it is. Yeah, this is the Harry one. Sovereign printed. Yeah. He was jumping in the pool. This is the real one. That was Harry, the party boy hair. Yeah, that was the crazy days, remember? Yeah, now that's him. Yes, I guess somebody had parodied the other one when Harry grabs his royal jewels. Sorry, they pulled up the wrong cover. But yeah, this was Prince Harry. It was literally printed it was all over the internet. TMZ had it and they were like laughing and all that stuff. What a time to be alive. Zack, he was also naked playing pool on the pool with his friends. Yep, all of it. All of that. What a time. What a time, what a time, what a time. Okay, what else happened? Those are the royal refugees. That's our royal update. Todd and Julie Chrisley were officially released from prison. I believe as of this morning, they are both free. So the pardon went through. They are out. Savannah Chrisley is very happy. I hope there were some cameras that caught that. Said you crack me up when you lose your patience with us. Because some of you guys go crazy in the tangents with the things. And I'm like, all right, we're moving on. Next story. Are we supposed to believe that Meghan had never heard of Harry and didn't know who he was? He was notorious. Exactly. We all knew who Harry was. We all saw his Harry Royal Jewels on TMZ. So there you go. Bobblehead. But yeah, Todd and Julie, they are out. They are free. They are living their life. I guess I'll quit paying taxes. Well, they were mainly locked up, not for their taxes. They were mainly locked up for their $30 million fraud scheme. Okay. Do you go tanning? No, I don't go tanning. Well, no. Sometimes I've like gone like outside by the pool and I'll like lay out, but no. Do you think Trump will pardon Tiger King? No. So Joe Exotic is not happy about this. He remember yesterday we read his letter to the judge, and he was like very upset because he's like, "I'm innocent. I never tried to kill that bitch Carol Baskin." Remember, he was always calling her that bitch Carol Baskin, that bitch Carol Baskin, and then he blew up the house with all the crocodilians. Well, after his statement, or after, yeah, his press release that he put out, the White House has now responded. And the White House is saying that they don't speculate. This is a statement that they gave to E News. They do not speculate on pardons that may or may not happen. So there's no comments on whether or not Alice Johnson will also be trying to free Joe Exotic, unfortunately. I don't think Joe Exotic is gonna get out. I think he is a terrible man that maybe deserves to be locked up. So, I don't think Joe Exotic. I think that would actually be embarrassing if Trump I get the Chrisleys. I understand that's different. They've at least served their time. They're paying the restitution. They're doing all the things, and they've been fighting their appeals, and to my understanding, there were things that were done in relation to their taxes. There was, like, an issue somewhere that they resolved and fixed and whatever. But so, yeah, to me, no, we do not need Joe Exotic. Like, he can stay there. I believe I don't know. Will Jen Shaw get pardoned? I do not believe Jen Shaw will get pardoned. No, nor do I think she should. I mean, she's getting years chipped off on her sentence because, good behavior, and she's teaching people how to get Shaw amazing abs in prison, and teaching them makeup tutorials and beauty tutorials, and teaching the ladies how to read and write in prison, all the things, right? Do you think Trump will pardon Diddy? No, he's not going to pardon Diddy. Um, they're supposedly friends. I don't think he's friends with Diddy, and I don't think he will pardon Diddy. No, those are just like conspiracy theories for like people that have TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, and they're just like, I just because they're also just like, yeah, Trump. Of course, he's going to pardon the Chrisleys because they're white, and I'm like, you realize Alice Johnson, the woman that was wrongfully behind bars for what was it, like a possession charge, and Kim Kardashian helped Alice Johnson get out of prison. She now she runs that department where she helps determine who should and should not be pardoned. She then brings those to the president's desk, and then together they made the call to call Savannah Chrisley to, I mean, it was clearly a publicity stunt. I think that was kind of obvious that the Chrisleys were going to draw some good press, and it did, but, like, you're completely forgetting the Alice Johnson piece of it. Alice Johnson, who was, you know, the pardon czar. Red Ginger said it's not Biden pardoning his whole family. Not just pardoning his whole family, but wasn't it like, didn't he go back like 14 years? It was like this crazy blanket pardon it was like retroactive. That was wild. That was wild. Like, that was that was crazy. He's not white. Who's not Todd Chrisley's not white? He's whiter than the Pillsbury Doughboy. Come on, you think I just fell out of a coconut tree? Todd Chrisley is white, white, white. You're gonna be like, well, he has, some Neanderthal in him, so that makes him, part beast. Asking if Diddy would be pardoned is tedious. Yeah, um, yeah, it's the Diddy thing. No, he's not gonna pardon Diddy. I don't. Well, here's the other thing. If we're gonna talk about the Diddy case, right? Because the Diddy trial is still going on. I don't know if Diddy's gonna get I don't know. I haven't paid attention to the trial in the last couple of days, but at least what we were seeing at the beginning was kind of crazy. Um, did you say he's whiter than the Pillsbury Doughboy? Yeah, Todd Chrisley's white. What, you're gonna tell me he's like Elizabeth Warren and he's secretly Cherokee? He's like Blake Lively and secretly Cherokee. Remember when she tried to pull that? The man from Chicago is not white. He just pardoned Zach. I thought we were talking about Todd Chrisley. Are we not talking about Todd? Are we not talking about when did we get on another who are we talking who just got pardoned that's not white? Did he? Yeah. Well, Diddy did horrible things to people. Yeah, Diddy did a lot of horrible things to a lot of people. But again, the um he did a lot of horrible things, but like I don't know. I'm not convinced that the prosecution has presented the oh, Trump pardoned the young NBA boy. I don't know who that is. That I'm unfamiliar with. Interesting. I don't know. There were people announced on the pardon list. Oh, because he announced a pardon list. Sorry. Damn, Zack, keep up on in your own podcast. Well, listen, I have topics that we're discussing, and we were discussing the Chrisleys, and then everybody then like this is what happens when I let the live chat run the show. I didn't realize there was a pardon list that had gone out. I didn't realize that there was somebody on the NBA that got pardoned. Sorry. I didn't realize that that happened. But apparently Diddy didn't make the list. Okay. Well, those are the Chrisleys. That's Joe excited. Oh, let's give a Blake update because we do have an update on Blake Lively. Yeah, Tenerife C says I need my daily dose of Blake Lively news. So I guess the most interesting thing that came out in the last 24 hours is we have this reporter that's clapping back at Leslie Sloan. His name is James Vituska. Vituska, yeah, James Vituska. So he is a reporter, I believe, for the Daily Mail, and Leslie Sloan wanted him to provide documents to help her case, right? Because she believed that the Wayfair parties were corresponding with him to leak stories about Blake Lively, negative stories, that they were trying to plant these negative stories to harm her reputation in retaliation for her, to prevent her from speaking out against about the alleged harassment. And so he is then clapping back. And he actually had a pretty smart clap back to Leslie Sloan. He basically said that he had three main reasons as to why he didn't think that he should be that her motion to compel should be denied because he didn't want to participate in this because she was trying to subpoena him and he's like, no, I'm not part of this. One, he said that the information that she wants, she can very easily get from the actual parties in this case. So if they want his communication with the Wayfair parties, then they can very likely go directly to the Wayfair parties and seek and subpoena that information from them. Now, Leslie Sloan's team is saying, oh, well, we can't trust the Wayfair parties. Like, they're not very trustworthy, which I just thought was kind of rich considering, like, the Van Zandt lawsuit and the sham subpoena that they used with Stephanie Jones. Like, we've seen so many of their legal tactics or their little games that they're playing, and Blake Lively's latest Expecto Patronum this week that I'm just like, really? You're trying to make it seem like you can't trust the Wayfair parties to turn over relevant information? Whatever. But I get his point about like, you don't need me because I'm not a party to this case. I am not, a defendant or a plaintiff in any of this. I'm not involved in any of this. I'm a third party. And as Blake Lively was fighting for third party privacy with her attorney's eyes only protections. So they fought for third party privacy. And it seems like he's going to get that. Then he also said that he has his reporter's privilege. So he doesn't have to turn anything over. He doesn't have to share any of his sources or any of his information because he's protected federally and locally. Like there are protections in place for the press. So he has his reporter's privilege that he's flexing here as well. And then he also claimed that the subpoena was overly broad. And I get it because I believe they're seeking all communication with any of the Wayfair parties concerning the film, the Lively Reynolds parties, the Sloan parties, Baldoni, the allegations in the above caption matter, and or any press stories or social media related to the same, which is just again like Biden's pardons. It's just one big blanket pardon. And I was just like, what is happening? So yeah, I don't think that I think James Vituska is going to win this one because I just don't think that there's a strong enough case to get her motion to compel granted. That was the most recent thing that came out. We have this reporter from the Daily Mail. He's fighting back at Leslie's and he's clapping back. He said, peace, biatch. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. Let's see. I think that was the latest in Blake, right? Nothing new has come out with Taylor Swift. I what's her Brian Friedman has been interestingly quiet. Very, very quiet, which to me, I don't know. I think he has to have something. Um that he's gonna be I'm waiting for his big bombshell to come out because we haven't heard any statements, we haven't seen anything, so I think they're working on something big that I'm hoping and that's why Lively and her people are filing all these things and trying to, shuffle all the papers and trying to distract us because they know something's coming. They know there's a shark in the water, and I think they start to see there's blood in the water as well, and it's not gonna end nicely, it's gonna end disastrously. So, we'll see. Here's a funny story that came out too. Taylor Swift and Blake Lively's friendship will survive despite lawsuit chaos, claims source. This is in realityt.com. Um, A source this is from Life and Style. A source informed Life and Style that there is still hope for Taylor Swift and Blake Lively's friendship as the Justin Baldoni lawsuit case advances. The insider laid out that the singer still considered Blake Lively a close friend. However, she had never expected to be so involved in this drama. These claims surfaced days after Baldoni reportedly dropped his subpoenas to the musician and her lawyers. Swift's representatives and Venable, the law firm that represented her for over a decade, criticized his two similar but separate subpoenas to them. Additionally, they managed to successfully quash the director's move and put an end to what they alleged were his attempts to exploit Swift's celebrity status. The source added that the recent events and updates did cause some damage to their bond. The Grammy winner and her boyfriend Travis Kelce have been trying to lay low after her tour and football season ended. Hence, her facing legal woes in the middle of her hiatus proved to be a huge blow. Who is the source? Blake? Like is Blake's sister going and talking to Life and Style and saying they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be fine. It's all good. The extortion, like Taylor's gonna get over it. It's not that big. It's NBD. No big deal. Please. I don't buy this for a second. Garbage. Throw it in the garbage with the sprinkle cookies. All right. That's all I got for you guys. Sorry. I hope that was kind of exciting. Billy Bush is gonna be on the podcast next week, so that'll be fun. More guests to come. It'll be a good time. It's always a good time. Mm, 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 mm. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I guess, talk to you tomorrow. Get your tickets to go on tour. Like I said, I'm going on tour this summer. It's going to be a yummy summer. I'm coming to Dallas, Phoenix, Philadelphia, Toronto, Brooklyn, Chicago, Seattle, Los Angeles. Get your tickets. Grab your friends, wear your florals, buy your tickets, and send me a copy of your confirmation by Friday. Send it on in, send it on in, send it on in, send it by Friday. Okay. Last day. Oh, let me know which tickets you got, where you're going, which city. Let me know so I can give you a shout out. But yeah, get your tickets at nofilterlive.com. Go to nofilterlive.com. Beth is coming to Dallas. Yay, Beth. I'm excited to meet you in Dallas. Get your tickets, send me your confirmation by Friday, and you'll be entered to win a one-on-one coffee date with me in a city of your choice. So the day of the show, we'll get to have a little kiki one-on-one. Ooh, Holly is also coming to Dallas. Let's get it. I love it. So send me your ticket confirmations so that I can enter you into the giveaway. Okay. It's Friday. Friday payday. Payday Friday. So I know you can get your tickets on Friday. All right. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Ciao for now. Love you. Appreciate you. Give me a follow, Just Plain Zack. Follow the podcast at No Filter with Zack, and have a great rest of your Thursday. Ciao.